Wrestlemania, there are many blissful moments from the most stupendous two-night event. But for every banana, there is an obviously slippery peel. There are rainbows, but slightly fainter, elusive moonbows. For every face, there is a heel. And in that spirit, here are the top 10 worst moments from Wrestlemania 2022. Number 10, glaring omissions, mid-card titles, and the 24/7 picture. This first entry is less about what happened than what didn't. Was anyone else hoping for 24/7 honeymoons? No? What about a double wedding complete with R-Truth as the minister? I'm the only one, huh? Well, I still say there was time for the 24/7 picture to be featured, and would have been a light-hearted segment between two more serious matches. But more importantly, neither the Intercontinental nor the US Championships were defended on the show of shows itself. And no, the US Championship triple threat with a tag team on the go-home SmackDown doesn't count. The top tier of WWE is tissue paper thin, and with each pay-per-view cycle, Roman's list of believable but unconquered opponents grows shorter. Is this really any way to use your mid-card champions? Number 9, a Johnny Jackass Forever ending. This contest was full of goofy, slapstick, quite literally humor. It was what I expected, but something about that finish was kind of disgusting. If you've ever seen a video of this sort of mousetrap, you know the end result is nothing close to funny. If the idea was that Sami Zayn was a rat, it didn't come across. It didn't even fire right. So better luck next time, guys. Number 8, Gable Steveson. A lot. He's an Olympic hero. I get it, I promise I do. But he's not Kurt Angle. He's not Mark Henry. He's Gable Steveson. And until they figure out who the sports entertainment equivalent of that is, I'm sorry, but I don't want to see him, even once. To say nothing of time after time across 2 nights. Put him back in the oven until the pro wrestling crust has browned. Number 7, legit injuries abound. Belair, Bobby, Boogs, and Reigns. Bianca's eye. Bobby's skull. Boogs' quad patella, and Roman's shoulder. They were each under differing circumstances, but watching them unfold was equally difficult. Yes, pro wrestling is booked, predetermined, these days overly scripted. These were all prime examples of the actual sacrifices that these athletes put themselves through to thrill and entertain us. So before using that other F word to describe the craft, think of all they give. Number 6, Rey and Dominic's defeat. An unwritten rule of WWE crossover appeal, the celebrities win, period. But I thought the large amount of non-wrestler appearances this year would allow some room for a heel celebrity to get some comeuppance. While I lauded Paul's performance in the favorites video, and I stick by that, it could have happened with the first father-son tag team champions still pulling out the win. It would have even made Miz's turn on Paul more logical, an outcropping of frustration over the loss. Number 5, delegitimizing Charlotte's reign. Ronda doesn't like to do this. It's obvious. Would it have killed them to just let Charlotte beat her? Because of previous runs, Ronda has ascended to an invulnerability in the top tier. Charlotte could have just been the better woman that night. Then Rousey could have literally won the belt back at the next pay-per-view, or the one after that. Or since WWE are fans of wasting modern match stipulations on people who don't need them, she could have even become Miss Money in the Bank and won it back that way. I get Charlotte's a heel, but the dirty win was just unnecessary. Number 4, super long video packages and promotions. KO was right to give props to the editing department. They often have the task of creating a story that hasn't been told on television, and they do it beautifully. But there were way too many long packages across these 2 nights. I found myself more than once wondering how nearly 20 minutes had gone by between the finish of one match and the entrance for another. Shorten these passes and all of a sudden, those mid-card matches and 24/7 segments seem a little less impossible to squeeze in. Number 3, Priest bows to Edge. I'm gonna put on my overly sensitive millennial hat for a moment, but don't worry, it chafes, so I'll take it off soon. Edge and Damian Priest had already created one of the most intriguing moments of the night in sabotaging AJ Styles. Having Priest bow to Edge and him signaling him to rise was, well, colonial AF. Leave that mess in the period dramas. Number 2, Vinnie Mac's saggy match. Just like number 3, WWE don't know how to stop at a good thing. Austin Theory and Pat McAfee had already put on a banger. If you wanted Stone Cold to return again, he could have, just as Vince McMahon was about to disrobe. But without the cringeworthy match and stunner, we wouldn't have gotten the rattlesnake double cross and this image. So we'll call this one a wash. Number 1, when New Day sucked and the Hollands did too. Remember when this feud was about avenging Big E because Ridge Holland's overhead throw broke 2 of his vertebrae? Remember when it became about burying the New Day after King Woods mysteriously became Xavier Woods again? I do. It's right here. WrestleMania 38 was a 2-night cavalcade of amazing matches, and considering the talent, I'm shocked that this one didn't land, but I still hold out hope for a Woods title run eventually. It just doesn't look like it's about to happen anytime soon. What WrestleMania matches didn't work for you? How could their wrongs be righted in this summer season? Did you see all of Ponty's butt that you ever needed to see too? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tap that bell icon to make sure you get notifications for when new videos come out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.